Hello everyone and welcome back to our Lost Eidolons playthrough. We got a new topic, Endless War. Last time, we got our butts saved by the arrival of Marshall and Hector snapping at
Anything catch your
Battlestar,
eye?
taking Castilian. Today we're going to buy everything from Salma, and then we are going to be off. I'll buy a couple of them, large magic elixirs, and all of this. Gonna talk to our man Robert first, and then go from there. I think I can afford to sell a honed blade now.
You're much too kind, dear.
Got a lot of stuff. Let's talk with the blacksmith.
Hi there.
Did you post a request for our high quality shield? Yes, sir, I did. Our army's an elite fighting force now, but we need equipment to match it. A sample of something better, I could easily make a few more. One common shield? Here you go. I hope you can use it. It's perfect. Thanks. Landscape painting, arming sword, and gilded goblet. Fishing rod and liquor for Gilbert.
Yeah?
What's our status after Lord Alexandre's death? Not good. We're in a real bind now. With their lord dead, the forces from Pameld are divided on who's in charge. Sorrow all over again. What do they want?
Let me think
Some
about
want
it.
revenge. Most want to cut and run. Well, at least none of them want to kill us. How do you want to handle it? I want you to take a point on this. Try to win them over. Any suggestions?
Let's make it happen.
Tell them if they want to leave, then do it already and get out of my hair. Otherwise, pick leaders and get it the hell together. We don't have the time for nonsense anymore. If we fight amongst ourselves, we die. Short and simple. I can sell that. Alright, and then Robert, I have a gift for you. The landscape painting.
Thank you.
You don't need to repay me, dude.
Sure.
Robert, you wanted to speak to me? Hey, Cap, take a look at this. Oof, heavy book. Got it from a passing merchant recently. Belonged to an old royal family. That explains the fancy cover. So what's it about? Principles of monarchical rule. It's about how to govern people. I thought you might get some use out of it. I'm not a royal.
No.
But you are a leader. Robert, that book is a product of the Empire. It's not the kind of leader I want to be. Cap, listen to me. We've started something there's no coming back from. Our army just keeps getting bigger. Like it or not, you're responsible for a lot of people now. And it's up to you to earn their respect. You don't want to repeat the mistakes of the Empire? Fine. Read this book and learn from them. I hear you. But we've done alright so far, haven't we? So this is before Faunoct. Wouldn't it be best to just keep doing things our own way? Why risk corrupting it with that poison? If that's what you believe, I understand. Just remember, if time comes when you need this book, it'll already be too late. Comforting thought. Tell you what, why don't you hang on to that? Hmm? You're smarter than me anyway. You read the book, keep the book, read it, learn it, make it your own. Then when the time comes, I can benefit from having you by my side as an advisor.
Come again?
Why do I feel like you're pawning your homework off on me?
Ah.
That's not what it is. I respect you, Robert. If it was anyone else, I'd tell them to burn that thing. But you, I trust. You're still as stubborn as ever. Good.
All right.
Then I'm still myself. Well, I can't say I agree with your thinking, but I've got you, Cap. You keep doing what you're doing, and I'll do my best to keep you on the right track. Just make sure you remember this conversation. Now that you made me the keeper of forbidden knowledge, you might not always like my advice. Why do I feel like I've just made a terrible mistake? That was funny. Alright, well,
Yes.
first thing I need to do, Marshall, is give you your book back. But before I do that, where's the old man? Not there. He's still gone. Pity. The liquor would have been perfect for him.
Yes.
Alright. Let's... No. Pressing the down arrow. Let's give her book back.
You have my thanks.
She's a trusted friend now.
Yes.
Let's chat. Marshall, do you have a moment?
Yes.
Of course, but you don't look well. Has something happened? A lot has happened. For starters, I've learned how unsteady I really am. And how much having you around changes that. Eden,
My mistake.
I'm sorry to dump all this on you. But I've really come to depend on you. I just wanted you to know that. Eden, I'm glad you and I can lean on one another. That goes without saying. There's something else I've been wondering. You and Leonard, the letters you sent one another. I know they're just scouting reports, and it's none of my business anyway.
Well...
Marshall, can I ask you something? What are your feelings toward him? Leonard. It's obvious he feels something toward you. Even I can see that. I would be lying if I said there's nothing there. But he and I aren't right for one another. Not that way. Leonard and I met through Adrian. In the end, his ghost will always be there, hovering between us. We share it, that guilt. It's why we trust one another, and it's why our relationship will never be more. I'm certain Leonard feels the same. That, and there is another reason. I see. Thank you for telling me. Sorry if I was too forward. Eden, aren't you curious about the other reason?
I'm listening.
Can I ask what it is?
Yes.
You may, because the answer is someone else I care for. You mean... First, I thought it was normal friendship between colleagues. Then, I thought it was just that he reminded me of someone I'd lost. But at some point, I realized it was more, that I'd come to care for you. Marshall. I'm glad you decided to voice your concerns today. Is that strange to say?
Ah.
Not at all. I'm glad too. That makes me very happy to hear. Very well then. Maybe it's time I start penning some letters to you.
All
I
right.
thought, I'd rather we never went far enough to need them. Ooh.
Yes. You have my thanks.
Let's now go talk to Sarah and give her a gift, because I want to get her up there. Albrecht is absent, and then from there, it's Leonard and Robert. I need to give that old man his stuff, but first things first, Francisco. Let's go talk to the old rascal.
How's it going?
Let's give him a gift. An arming sword.
Thanks.
Francisco,
How's it going?
my close ally. Hey, big guy. Everything okay? Not even close. We've faced Battlestar on a battlefield 3 times now. I keep thinking, this time it'll be different. But every time I see that guy, it's like my whole world goes red. I know what you mean. I'm going to kill him for what he did, even. I don't care if we gotta fight him 100 times. Just be careful. I can't lose another friend. Right back at you.
How's it going?
Man, they did a great job with Francisco. Francisco? Hey, brother, come over here. I got a question for you. Isn't it customary to grab a drink after a battle? And if you're drinking, isn't it normal to start singing? Because Sarah just chased me out, and I gotta tell you what, I think it's pretty unfair. You're drunk. Nah. You know what, it takes a lot to get me drunk. I'm just feeling good, that's all. So Sarah chased you out of the dining area? Right, that's what I'm saying. That lady's no fun. You know, back in the oldie times, people knew how it was done. You and some guy you'd try to kill each other and then you'd grab a drink and be friends. These days, none of that. People just do the fighting part and forget the rest. Ask me, that's the problem with the world nowadays. Not enough people talking like us here. If everyone just got together and had a good drink, I bet this whole war would be over in one night. Maybe if everyone thought like you. You know what I bet it is? It's all that bubbly fancy stuff people drink nowadays. You want a proper bar fight? You need a good ale. Ha ha ha. I cannot do a laugh. Sure, Francisco. Anything you say. Hey, brother. You know how much I love you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you tell me a lot. Especially when you're like this. Next, you'll say if it weren't for me, you can't imagine what your life would be like. Yeah, brother. If it wasn't for you, I can't even imagine. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Man, you're so smart. You know everything. Ha ha ha.
I don't think so.
But you know what, brother? I know one thing you don't know. What I think of everybody else around here. Ooh, this I can't wait to hear. I knew it. Alright, well, hold on. Let me go down the list here. Okay, so first, Leon. That guy nags too much. Don't do this, don't do that. So this is before. There we are. Yeah, Leon's a careful guy. Now, Robin. He's real immature. But we get along. Can't imagine why. Now, on the other hand, Robert, he's like an old man. For some reason, when he talks, I just can't ignore it. Yeah, he's about the only one who can talk any sense into you. When speaking of old men, that Gilbert can drink. I've never seen anybody else who can keep up with me. Tell me about it. Let's see who's left. Oh, Michelle and Leonard. They were annoying at first, but I gotta say, they've impressed me. High praise. Sarah, I like great cook. And Andrea, you know me. Love the kind of woman who can kick my ass. Those two are certainly different. But you know what, brother? None of them people matter, because you're still number 1 in my book. You went through all that just to tell me how great I am. Well, sure. You know how much I love you, right? Man, if it wasn't for you, I can't even imagine. Here we go again. Man, Francisco's just the bomb. Alright, now I'm going to go talk to Sarah and Stella. Might as well start with Stella.
Hey, need something?
How's it going?
Hi there.
Stella, how are you doing?
Hmm.
About as awful as anyone else here, but I'll survive. Not exactly the adventure you signed up for, I guess. I knew what I was getting into. Can't all be victories and fairy tales. That's a good outlook. It's one thing merchant life teaches you. It's how to endure a bad day. How about a siege?
Sure.
Fenice is just a bully. He doesn't scare me. I feel like he should scare you a little bit more. But that's fine. Alright, now let's go talk with Sarah. Inventory report. Yes, ma'am, we have some reserved food and arms in the castle stores, but as for medical supplies, we're running low.
Hello.
Eden, did you need something?
Hmm.
Nothing in particular. I just came by to chat.
Hmm.
In that case, could we catch up another time? Sorry, but as you can see, I'm chasing my tail trying to keep this camp supplied. Anything in particular giving you trouble? Just getting all these stubborn soldiers to follow protocol. They're like children. I've told the scouts 1,000 times. If you finish a barrel assault, mark it on the sheet. Sorry, ignore me. I'm just ranting. Need me to help crack the whip? No, trust me. I can be plenty scary on my own. As they'll soon learn. I bet.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm sure she can be
Hello.
terrifying in a way that most people wouldn't be, but for her it is terrifying. Let's get a meal with her. Huh. Am I your guest for today? How cool. Endless war. Not the best chat topic. We've come a long way, but I still don't know where we're heading.
My mistake.
Sorry you and Andrea got dragged into this. Sometimes I think it would have been better to send the two of you off somewhere safe. Do you regret letting us stay? Eden, we both made up our minds a long time ago. Let's not have this conversation again.
Right.
You're right. I'm sorry. And my answer is no. I don't regret it. But when this war is over, I'm going to show the two of you a better world.
Why, yes.
I look forward to it. Today was a good day. Alright,
Hello.
let's chat with Sarah now.
Hi there.
Sarah, you're looking busy.
Hello.
Oh, Eden, actually things just started slowing down. Did you need something for me? Not really. The way you run things around here, there's hardly anything left for me to worry about. I assume this is in Faunoct. That's a relief. When I first took on this role, I felt like I was drowning. Feels good to have a real place around here. Everything's running smoothly thanks to you, although what? It's just a shame missing out on your cooking. I can still cook. Want me to fix you something? No, that's fine. Just something I've heard from a few of the soldiers around here. I think they mainly miss you going around handing it out to them. I did spend a great deal of time doing that, didn't I? To tell you the truth, I think I've changed a lot these past 2 years. Maybe this is Lyriar. After what happened in Viadel, it just got too hard being the person who had to create comfort for everyone else. Then I remembered something Andrea said once, that I make all my choices around the needs of other people to avoid being hurt. But it's not easy to stop a bad habit. That's who I was back then, thoughtful Sarah, always smiling. I couldn't just change overnight. So I decided to pick a job, a real job, and dedicate myself to it. Let everyone else worry about themselves. And somewhere along the way, something changed. I don't know if I could go back to how I used to be. Yeah, I know what you mean. We've known each other a long time now, but I know it can be hard, talking about things like that. Figured it was best to just support you, no matter what you chose to do.
Yes.
I know, you've always been there for me. I can't tell you how much it means. But don't you worry, kind and thoughtful Sarah hasn't gone anywhere. She's just more careful with who she spends her energy fretting over.
Yes.
That's good to hear. Something wrong? Oh, it's just... When I said the soldiers missed your cooking, I was lying. It's mostly me.
Hmm.
I had a hunch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect your choices and all that. I just miss it sometimes. The cooking or my sweet, winsome smile? The cooking. Both. Yeah, it was both. Funny boy. Alright, let's just kind of chat around. I think next stop is to Leonard.
What is it?
First thing to do is give him a gilded goblet.
Thank you.
Second
What
thing
is
to
it?
do is give him a decorative knife.
I thank you. What is
Third
it?
thing to do is chat with him with a status report.
Curious.
Things may be looking up for us in the near future. I've just received a report that Hector's troops have been raising hell in Castilian. Battlestars had to divert troops to deal with the situation. Glad to hear Hector's doing some good for once. I imagine it must be cathartic for him. What's that? Biting the hand of his former master. They say Hector used to be a bandit. I'm sure theirs was an ill-fitting partnership. Wolves do not tolerate cages for long. Good, if anybody's earned a bite in the ass, it's Battlestar. Yeah, he struck me as someone who could have potentially been a bandit. Alright, now we gotta talk to Giuseppe.
Hello there.
Hi there.
Giuseppe, how are you holding up? Lita and I are okay, still coming down from that battle. Now comes the waiting. The insufferable waiting. That part's always worse than the fighting, isn't it? No doubt. Enjoy it while you can. One side or the other is bound to give soon.
I don't know
One
about
side or the
that.
other. Are you saying they might overrun our position? Relax. Will you be prepared for either outcome? Yes, sir. I'm gonna give you
Hello there.
something to help take your mind off of it. A good old fishing rod.
That means a lot.
Boom. It's now an
Hello there.
acquaintance.
Hi there.
Except there you are. How are things? Fine. I'm adjusting all right, but
I'm real sorry
to be
about
honest,
that.
fighting with you is a lot different than the Imperial Army. It's taken some getting used to. How so? As Imperial soldiers, our orders were usually something like kill everyone you see and fight until you die. And there was no tolerance for objection, let alone suggestions. We were no different than our swords, cheap disposable weapons. Things are different here. Your commanders really do try to make use of every soldier's unique strengths.
Uh-huh.
Of course, didn't I tell you that when you joined us?
Yeah.
You did, and Lita and I are doing our best to contribute. Then there's nothing else to discuss. Instead, I was wondering if I could ask you about your time in Liviu. You may. I believe you already know a little. It was a difficult time for us. We struggled for everything, and my sister took up the brunt of the burden. It's amazing you survived in a place like that. In some ways it was simpler. Anything we needed, it was just a matter of working hard enough to get it. The Empire took even that from us. Fighting without reward for a cause we didn't believe in, that was hell. I can imagine. Rest assured, while you're here, you'll be rewarded for your effort. You and Lita said you wanted a peaceful life. When the war ends, you'll have enough gold to settle down in a nice city anywhere you like. About that. Something wrong?
Well,
No, never mind. I shouldn't bother you with something so... If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back to work. So this must have been before Viadel, that conversation. Alright, let's see. Now it's Robin.
Hi there.
So what are you gonna do with that old...
Let's see.
I don't know, I guess I could have it bronzed or something. On the other hand, I'd love to restore it and use it again someday. First, I gotta get my woodworking up to Robert's level. Maybe after the war's over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus on making it out of this place alive first.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hi there.
Let's give Robin a gift. I owe him one. It's going to be the Lime Cordial.
Aw, thanks.
And let's head over to Joanna. And give Joanna a gift if we have one that suits
Hello.
her. Let's see if we do. No, we don't really. So I'm going to give her a magic scroll. Just to up her acquaintance level a little. Alright, next stop. Chatting over war plans, because I want to get her up to a trusted ally.
Hello.
Already went through that
Hello.
with her. If there's some way I can help, please let me. And this war. This war won't stop until I'm dead or he is.
Yes.
I'm well aware of that. And you still decided to follow me. I didn't have a better choice. Battlestar's wrath is coming for me as well. So you stayed to survive? When I first met Isoro, he said something that stuck with me. If we walk the same road, we may as well travel together.
Yes.
Sounds like him. And I happen to agree with him on that. Promise you this. Whatever you hope to achieve by staying with us, I'll do my best to see it done.
I see.
Then I'll try my best as well. Come and see me whenever you need my advice. We're going to talk to her one more time, and then we're going to talk to Robert.
Hello.
Chat over war plans. Yes. Going to spend that leadership. If there's some way I can help, please let me know. Favorite foods. It's going to get her up to a close ally. Any favorite foods you're partial to? Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever heard you craving for anything.
I see.
I don't especially care what I eat. Food is fuel. As long as I'm fed, I don't care what it is. You do have taste buds, don't you? Obviously. I don't know if I envy you or if I'm jealous. Isn't that the same thing? I'm not as food motivated as some folks around here, but even I like a little variety. Oh, and of course I like to try out new foods people are talking about. Some people make a whole hobby out of that and find a lot of joy in it.
Right.
I'm not sure I see the need for it, but I'll keep it in mind. I just thought it was worth bringing up. You always seem so gloomy. Whatever the hobby, I just hope you remember to take some time for yourself every now and then. Try to offer more specific information next time. Alright, well, we're going to go talk with Robert, spend our last 15 on him. As much as I'd love to spend it talking with Marshall.
Yeah?
And then we are going to end this episode, and then we'll do the side battle with Francisco. I've been wanting to talk to you anyway. Eden's mercenary company, Lynetta. Let's talk about Lynetta.
Let me think
Lynetta,
about it.
I remember the day I decided to settle down there, after we met you in Eliche. I was looking forward to it in a lot of ways, dreading it in some others,
Sure.
but you still accepted. I'd been a carpenter's apprentice my whole life. Becoming a mercenary took some getting used to. But after meeting everyone in town and going on 100 jobs with all of you, before I knew it, I was the old man in the group. My life in Alicia was just a distant memory. We really did start leaning on you pretty quickly, huh?
Let me think about it.
No kidding. But I treasure that time. I'll never forget our lives in Luneta. Not just the good memories, but all the rest, too. Like that time you broke your arm trying to catch a baby formicant.
Right.
Ugh, don't remind me. That sounds like fun. I should be able to handle the rest on my own. Alright. And I don't think we can talk with
Yes.
Marshall.
You
Nope.
have my thanks.
Okay, well, this is where this episode ends. Next time, we'll go after that battle. We are going to have to do some updating of our forces, but that's fine. And then we will march into battle. So until then.